Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In the headlines today, Mechanical Shop Collective of Rourkela Steel Plant reconditions vital equipment of hot strip mill for the first time. Sankalp and BBS session organized at Sintering Plant 1. And blood donation camp organized at IGH to mark World Blood Donors Day. Now the news in detail. The Mechanical Shop Collective of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant, has reconditioned the automatic gap control cylinder of hot strip mill for the first time. It is worth mentioning here that the AGC cylinder is a key spare for the hot strip mill used for smooth and quality rolling of HR coils. There are 8 AGC cylinders installed in the 4 finishing mill stands of the mill. Recently, oil leakage was found in 2 AGC cylinders and it could not be arrested. There were 2 solutions available with the department, either to procure new cylinders or to recondition them. To save money as well as the lead time, it was decided to recondition the AGC cylinders and the job was given to the mechanical shop. The mechanical shop had the facility for reconditioning the cylinder, accepting the job of ground finishing of bore, which was the most critical requirement. Hence, the collective prepared the bore with ingenious methods, taking all precautions to achieve perfect dimensions. Reconditioning of both the AGC cylinders at the mechanical shop was over on 10th June. The assembling job is now being carried out at the repair shop. The cost of a new AGC cylinder is Rs 60 lakhs, while the plant spent Rs 25 lakhs in reconditioning one cylinder. To instill safe behavior among the employees of Sinter plants and make them realize its significance in life, a joint session of Sankalp and behavior-based safety was organized at Sintering Plant 1 on 7th June 2019. Mr. S. Chattopadhyay, DGM SP1, presided over the session. Mr. G. S. Bhumij, AGM SED, and Mr. P. S. Thakre, Senior Manager, Fire Services, were present on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Chattopadhyay explained the simplicity and effectiveness of BBS to strengthen the safety culture within an organization. He also assured the implementation of BBS in SP1 within a very short span to achieve zero unsafe behavior. A presentation on BBS was made by Mr. S. Chakravarti, AGM and DSO Center Plants in the session. The need of spot correction of at-risk behavior was stressed upon in the presentation. The roadmap of bringing 100% employees, including contractors, workmen in the department under the BBS approach was explained. Sankalp program was presented before the participants to make them understand the role of safety in their life and sensitize them towards safety. Mr. Thakre elaborated on fire safety in the plant. Mr. Bhumij apprised the participants about the safety initiatives taken at RSP under the leadership of CEO RSP. He also mentioned that all such efforts are being made only to improve the safety culture within RSP to achieve zero accident. 26 employees, including executives, attended the program. At the end of the session, Mr. T. Dash, Senior Manager, Electrical, SP1, proposed a formal vote of thanks. Mr. Chakravarti coordinated the session. A blood donation camp was organized at Ispat General Hospital of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant on 14 June to mark the World Blood Donors Day. Dr. S. S. Pati, Director in Charge, graced the occasion as the chief guest and inaugurated the program. At the outset, Dr. Pati, along with the other dignitaries, paid rich tributes to Dr. Kern Lancaster. It is worth mentioning here that the birth anniversary of Dr. Kern Lancaster, who had developed the modern system of classification of blood groups, is celebrated as the World Blood Donors Day. Dr. Mrs. S. Satpathy, Joint Director, MNHS, Dr. D. M. Soren, Senior Deputy Director and in charge, Blood Transfusion Center, Mr. Motilal Mahanta, President, Jeevan Jyoti Charitable Trust, Mr. Alok Jaina, General Secretary, Astha, other senior doctors, staff of IGH and volunteers from social organization were also present during the function. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Pati elaborated on the current year's theme, that is Safe Blood for All, universal accessible to all, and thanked the blood donors of making available safe blood to the needy patients. Dr. Pati also felicitated 6 repeated blood donors, namely Mr. D.K. Mukhi, Mr. R. Jaina, Mr. A.K. Barik, Mr. Balveer Singh, Mr. B.B. Mahakul and Mr. Biswajit Das on the occasion. Dr. Soren in his welcome address elaborated on the statistics related to blood donation in the last year and elaborated on the initiatives of Blood Transfusion Center to promote blood donation. It may be noted that the camp was organized by Blood Transfusion Center, IGH, in association with Jeevan Jyoti Charitable Trust and Astha. More than 50 units of blood were collected from the voluntary blood donors in the camp. Certificates of recognition and mementos were also presented to each of the donors. That's all for today's news. Namaskar.